What's going on, guys?
What's up, brother? What's up? Good to see you on here, man. I'm looking at my phone. What's up, brother? What's up? Good to see you on here, man.
We went to YouTube. What'd you say?
Turn your volume on your phone down, Carl.
Oh, for real?
Well, a little bit, because Drew, he won't be able to hear us if.
Oh, that's right.
You good now?
Yeah, I'm good. What's up, family? Catherine Lance, good to see you. I love you. Hey, Lara Stevens, nice to see you as well. Hey, while we're waiting for this crowd to build up in here, guys, file in here. Do us all a favor. Share this video out to all your groups, all your family members, all your friends, people out there you know just might be struggling. You might need to hear a message of hope, a message of inspiration, and a whole lot of love when you come over here on my page, Derek's page, and Carl Fry's page. What's going on, guys?
Man, just a lot of gratitude, man. Spirit filled tonight from a meeting. It's an honor, man. I'm only here by God's grace and mercy to be on this feed, man. In and out the grips, for years, man. What about you, Derek?
Man, I just want to say, what's up, man? My pops is on here. What's going on, Dad? Jocelyn, good to see you. Brittany, good to see everybody. Grateful, for another day alive and clean, man. For real. Been in good spirits all day. These dudes been clowning me because I've been dancing and just having a good time. We do a lot of video chatting with each other throughout the day, and my spirit's been good today. So I've been really excited, man, to come on and see you guys. We got some announcements. We're going to fire off here once the room fills up a little bit, man. And I'm just excited to be on here with two of my really, really, really close friends, man. Like, they've become, honestly, two of my best friends for real. People I talk to and communicate with a lot, man. So I'm just grateful, to be on here with them and to have all you guys on here with us, man, to share a message of hope. And, so I'm just fired up, man.
Me too, brother. This video has been a long time in the making. I've always wanted to do a video with Carl and Derek together, but the timing hasn't just worked out. And today we just put this together, and we decided, why not? Let's make it happen. And so Carl, he was going to be busy, but he made time for this. And I'm really happy to bring Carl on here with me and Derek. Finally, I love Carl Fry. If you guys don't know him, he's very enthusiastic individual. I love his enthusiasm. I love his heart. I love everything that he stands for. He's authentic. He's genuine. He's raw, transparent. I'm glad to see you on here with us tonight. Finally, Carl, I appreciate you being here tonight, brother.
Man, it's just an honor, man, to somebody seeing something in me when my disease tells me I don't have no topic. You know what I mean? For the night, the topic that we all choose that you chose to come up with, man, as a whole, as a team, man, is a fellowship in general. It's just an honor to share on this because I've been in Neighbor for years. Just tell me when to take us in with a word, in a moment of silence for the sick and suffering addicts, and take us in with a prayer, man, like always do. Inspirational freestyle recovery flow.
All right, let's do it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Lord Almighty God, I just want you to hold us up, Lord. And if me, Drew, and Derek D struggle with any low self-worth, any lack of confidence, any low self-esteem, Lord God, I just want you to lift that off of us and put a message through us so we can touch that one sick and suffering addict. To the babies being born through this insidious disease, just place hands on the mothers that are struggling and their significant other or couples as a whole, in a relationship where one of them's using, Lord God, just place it on their heart to reach out and get help, and use this video as a tool, Lord, and use us as a vessel and a vehicle, and just let us tell the honest truth. Amen.
Amen.
So real quick, guys, we got some announcements that we are going to make. Thursday night, Drew Hicks and I will be doing a free T-shirt giveaway. Drew
tomorrow night.
Thursday.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. Thursday, tomorrow, come on. They both start with a T. Drew, knock it off. So Drew is actually wearing the design of the T-shirt he's going to be giving away, the Zero to Hero with the Drew Hicks signature. and I'll be giving away the Vibe With Me t-shirt as well. So what we need you guys to do if you want to enter the contest is what we need you guys to do is Drew Hicks has a post on his page, and I have a post on my page as well. What you guys are gonna have to do is share the post, like our pages, the Love Back to Life Recovery, like the Drew Hicks page, and go to the community button. Go over and invite your friends to both of our pages, and then comment done. DONE.
Yeah, you guys can't be eligible unless we see that word done. We got to see the word done.
Need to see the work done. So we're going to be giving away 2 of Dream XL's shirts. One is the Drew Hicks signature. The other one is the Vibe With Me. And guys, we just want to be able to, show some love. And we're going to pick 2 winners, and we'll mail it to wherever you guys are, the address that you give us. So you definitely want to check us out tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for the giveaway. And go on Drew's page and my page. Just follow the directions. Hit done. Be honest about it. So we're just trying to grow, guys, and we want to be able to, do some fun stuff with you guys as well. And the T-shirt giveaway has always been pretty exciting for Dream XL. And guys, if you don't know Dream XL, Mikey Concepts, really good friend of all of ours. He's doing his thing with Dream XL, and we want to show love and support on there. So you guys feel free to please rock and check him out as well.
Absolutely. We all love and support Mike. Mikey's been doing my apparel line for well over a year now. I love him to death. We just come out with my new design. The Zero to Hero is one of my new ones. Just come out literally 2 days ago, and I will be giving it away tomorrow night on that T-shirt giveaway. And like I said, Derek just said he'll be giving out the Vibe With Me, Dream XL. It's just an honor and a privilege, that we're able to do this for each and every one of you guys. We love you all very much. We appreciate all the support and love that you give each and every one of us every night. We come on here and do a live video. And you know what? We just it's just our way of giving back and just loving on you guys just a little bit more.
Well, I got some announcements, man.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't got no merchandise, man, for the men, but I got some merchandise for two women, man. And it's hopeless. This where I'm at with it. 60 days or less, man. Clean time. 60 days or less. So
okay.
60 days or less, I'll give these 2 leggings away. They say successful recovery work. This is a clothing line that I came out with just so in the Washington City mission, man. I just gave it away, man. Boy, it didn't make a lot of money. I just want to bless somebody with 60 days or less. So drop your clean dates. Women, I'll have something for the men. Will be coming out with some bracelets. This is just a blessing from me to you, man, from God. And that's,
Amen.
And if you want to invite your people to my page, Inspirational Freestyle Recovery Flow. These are my brothers in recovery, and they inspire me on the daily, behind the scenes. We laugh. I didn't know how to laugh coming into recovery, and they put a smile on my face, and they uplift me when I'm down, when I'm feeling, overwhelmed in my relationship. I can hit these guys, and they're consistent, man. So if y'all don't know them, it's Drew Hicks and Derek D. They're my brothers in recovery. And whoever's going first, and remember, 60 days or less. So, it's my hope shot to an addict, just my heart to yours. I believe in you, and it's one size fits all. I'm not trying to be on no funny stuff. One size fits most, how they say. Derek D, man, I just appreciate it. It's an honor, man, to be on here with y'all, vibing with y'all, man, vibe with us. And, I love all you beautiful people. I believe in you. I support this movement, and I'm with all y'all. So come rock with us, man. That's all I got right now.
Man. Absolutely, guys. So while we got everybody on here, man, if you guys could do us a huge favor, man, smash that heart button. Share the love out to anybody, any groups that think may benefit. I'm an addict named Derek. My page is Love Back to Life Recovery. Carl Fry with Inspirational Freestyle Recovery Flow. Drew Hicks with Drew Hicks. And, with that, man, we really appreciate all you guys. And we're going to jump out here with the topic, man. enabling. And you know, one of the biggest things, man, with enabling for me was I'm so grateful that my people did not love me to death. That's the truth, man. That's probably maybe going to be the most powerful thing, man, is that my people did not love me to death. And you know, like what I mean by that, man, is I had a family, you know, that loved me dearly. Um, but at the same time, they set healthy boundaries, man, and they weren't just gonna let me run amok. They weren't gonna let me see because like I'm an addict, right? And manipulation becomes a really good tool, man, to get one more, right? And you know, my family, they kind of picked up on the game. They kind of knew what it was, man. And you know what I love about this message tonight, guys, is it's not just for the addict, but for the loved ones of an addict as well, you know. And so, like in saying that, right? I'm just grateful that my parents finally learned how to set boundaries with me, and they didn't allow me to just use and run amok in their house, man. And like, you know, in the beginning, man, like says every time Derek talks, it sounds like an echo. I don't know. Um, you know what? Like, it pissed me off when they did it. But at the same time, man, they brought me to my bottom a lot faster by not loving me to death, man. And you know, one of the hardest things, man, that I know my dad ever had to do was he threw me out of his house. I had a broken hip. I was on crutches. I couldn't even sit on a regular toilet right. He had found some drugs, and he told me if you want to get high, you're not going to do it here, and you got to go somewhere else. And
Absolutely.
you know what, man? It hurt at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but that allowed me to take that next step.
Absolutely, Carl.
All right. So they say it's an echo. I see somebody that said they got 6 days or less. Catherine will be moderating the comments. I remember, man. I'm gonna share my experience with this. I was enabled, man, by my grandmother, man. You know, the manipulation skills kicked in. How to get one, what ways and means to get more. I remember being broken and hopeless, and then I come across this guy named Drew Hicks, and I was in Reading. I was watching him, and like I was at my bottom. When I seen you, man, and my grandmother, I would call her, and she would enable me, man. I would make these lies up saying that, these black eyes was out to get me, it was out to kill me, and literally, I know I was digging my hole deeper. The disease had me, it would talk to me and say, why don't you call your grandmother? She's your source. She's your enabler because you're getting over on her. So why don't you just keep pushing her more? And when I pushed her more, Drew and D, and she just kept, disconnecting from me because she seen the disease in me because my father put her through all this, stuff, man. And like my father was one of them people, man, where he went out and got his. You know what I mean? My grandmother being gave it everything, turned me into a spoiled rotten brat, brother. And she enabled me for so many years, Drew, that she just got sick and tired of it, man. She was about to love me to death, dude. And
Absolutely.
I could feel the denial set in, and where I just, didn't want to hear the close-minded and self-centeredness would kick in, and I had tunnel vision, just me and the next one. And that's what it was for me, man. Huh?
Go ahead, brother. Well, I was gonna say, I agree. 100%. As an addict, dude, we're gonna find any way that feeds into our disease. That anybody who like my mom, I don't have a story to say that my mother and father enabled me, because I came from a mother and father who very early in my active addiction, pretty much said, we ain't putting up with this shit. Okay, you weren't raised this way. We're not going to feed into this. My old man was a very old school guy, and he wasn't putting up with that. And I was very, very early into my active addiction. I was eliminated from the family. It's time to go. My father said, until you get your stuff together, you ain't gonna be part of this family. And for a while, my mom, undercover behind the scenes, helped me out for as long as she could, but it didn't last very long, because soon afterwards, my mom realized, by her helping me, it was fueling my addiction, and I want to bring in a little bit of awareness when it comes to the moms and dads who watch me. I get thousands of moms and dads a year reach out to me asking me how to help their child. But they have to be very aware of their part in this as well. Okay, there's so many different ways to enable. Okay, that you may not know. Mother and fathers who consciously know that their child who's sick and suffering and turn the blind eye. That is a form of enabling. Okay, the enabling isn't simply monetary. It isn't simply handing money to an addict, or paying their phone bill or paying their rent. There's different forms of ways that we can enable our loved ones, and by not holding them accountable, you are enabling your loved one. And you need to know and understand your part in all of this. What are you doing to fuel your daughter or your son's disease as well, Derek?
Yeah, you know what, guys? If there's anybody in the comments, man, that's struggling, please feel free to reach out to the ladies, man. If there's any fellas on here, struggling, please feel free to reach out to us, man. Feel free to reach out to whoever you guys are comfortable with. I see there's some struggle in the comments tonight, man. And you know what? The best news I could tell you guys, man, is there is hope. I promise you, man.
Yes, there is.
I'll share this with you guys, and it's not like look at me or nothing, but the hope shot is my clean date is July 25th, 2014, man. And I haven't found it necessary to get high since. Even when I wanted to. That's the truth. Even when I wanted to get high, I held on. And so you know what, man, like in saying all that with the enabling, right? The huge part was, man, is in reaching the bottom, right? And it wasn't the physical bottoms no more. What happened for me is I hit a spiritual bottom, right? And I hit this spiritual bottom that I couldn't deny anymore, right? Because like in the beginning for me, when my parents were gonna kick me out or the girlfriend was gonna leave me or whatever, like okay, then I'd be like, oh, I gotta go to rehab, right? But in the end of the road, the bottom that I hit was a spiritual bottom, man. And I'm so grateful that, my family helped me get there, right? Because like I could tell you, man, they kicked me out. I started selling heroin. I was using a lot of heroin. And like my bottom was that I had a lot of heroin, I had a lot of money, and I had a lot of girls with me, and I was still empty inside, right? That emptiness was still there, and it was undeniable. And it was the emptiness that the heroin and the drugs and the people, places, and things they filled for so long. And I came to realize that no matter how much I put in me, I still felt that void inside, man. And you know what? Like, because my family had stopped enabling me, it gave me an opportunity to want to actually get some help for myself, right? Because I just didn't want to live like that no more, man. I realized that no matter how much I'm stuffing inside, man, that hole was just getting bigger, right? You know what, man? On July 25th, 2014, man, I made this change, right? I embarked upon this journey of recovery. And you know what? Like, I learned about enabling, and since I've been clean, I've been on the other side of enabling as well, right? Like, being on this journey has allowed my family members and friends to come into my life and sponsorship, right? Because even with sponsorship, I can enable people and love them to death. And I had to learn how to set healthy boundaries with sponsees and with my cousin and with people that I love, man. And like, it's not like something that just happens overnight, man, because like the truth is the disease of addiction runs wild.
Absolutely.
The family, on all of us. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, brother. Honestly, in my active addiction, I wasn't really conscious of what enabling was. I was just basically what I could get from a family member if their family member was even willing to swallow the bullshit that I was trying to sell them. And as an addict, in active addiction to an addict in long-term recovery, our perspective grossly and vastly changes. Okay, we now are on the simply on in recovery. We're over here on the other side of the fence. We consciously realized what we were doing to our loved ones as far as the manipulation, the deceit, and the lies. And that can bring in, and this is where it is for people who are in recovery. That can bring in a lot of guilt, and a lot of shame of how we treated our families, manipulating them, trying to get that next $50 cell phone bill, quote unquote cell phone bill, or that $500 rent. All the money that we took from our families, and all the it just has to be simply money. There's been so many ways that I've tried to manipulate my family, and then it not be all about money. Simply, enabling comes in so many fashions, and we got to be very aware of them. There comes guilt. I'm sure Carl and Derek can agree with me. Coming into recovery, we all bring in a lot of guilt of how we were and how we portrayed ourselves to be and how we treated people that we love the most. It's a very trying time, especially if you're in early recovery. I mean, 2 years and under. We deal with guilt. We deal with feelings, and the people what addicts and alcoholics do the most is we like to run away from those feelings. We don't like to deal with them. We don't like to swim around in those feelings. We like to mask. We like to cover up. And I'm simply no different than anybody that's watching me on this video tonight, or these two gentlemen that are with me tonight. I wanted to run, I wanted to hide, but recovery is showing me to be transparent, to be genuine, and to be honest. And in doing so, it's able to me to be the person that the world gets to see today. Carl?
Well, yeah, man. I just wanted to tell people in the comments. I was browsing through on the comments while y'all was talking. I was listening, and I've seen some people are struggling tonight. Just know it gets better. Somebody told me, man, that there's going to be bumps along in the road, some speed bumps and some roadblocks that we are going to hit. When we get clean, there are going to be some life experiences, stuff that starts to show up. And I was never responsible or held accountable for my actions. When I was in the stage when my grandmother was enabling me and stuff. So now, I got these responsibilities. And I don't know nothing about responsibilities. So I got to call other people in the fellowship and ask them, hey, I got some responsibilities. How you deal with them? So I got to get outside myself and want some self-will stuff. And I got to ask some people, because Carl don't know all the answers. Because there's stuff still going to show up when I'm clean, right? So,
right.
For being enabled, man, for so many years, Grandma, I love you. And she never gave up on me. She's seen something inside of me. That's why she didn't want to enable me to kill me. So she cut me off. I hold some deep-rooted resentments against her. And guess what? That went away. But I needed that, because as she continued to do that, like I said, like I always say, the graveyard is all open. It's still open. So please stop enabling your loved one. They need you. And I think I don't have a mom and I don't have a dad. So they didn't, show me how to be responsible and held accountable of my actions today. And I don't know if it ties in with the enabler, but when you enable somebody, basically you're babying them and you're burying them on a deeper level, right? So, but what I could see, what it did to me, Drew, is it made me very ungrateful and a piece of poop, man.
Yeah.
And it made me very close-minded, and my mind, and how you're saying on a deeper level, hey, if you don't mind, I'm gonna let my girl talk about enabling on it. I'm gonna get her on.
Yeah.
You want me to?
Sure.
There she go. Get on there.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Hello, good. How are you?
We're doing good.
How are you?
Good. Taking a study break real quick.
You're joining us.
So I normally don't get on here. You guys know that, but enabling is something that is I don't know, it's a huge thing for me because it almost killed me. And in recovery, I don't know, I've experienced enabling from all sides. I've been enabled through my family and active addiction, with that, Grandma, they're gonna shut my electricity and my water off. I need $800, but you can't use a check because they don't accept checks, and it's a Friday, and blah blah blah. And like towards the end of my run, like Carl was saying, the reason, one of the reasons I got clean for good for this time is because like I got cut off. Like it was at the end of my road, my whole addiction. Like I never stole off my dad. You know, I would steal my mom's pills and jewelry all day, but like I didn't mess with my dad. He was like the top dog. I don't touch his bank accounts, do none of that. And it was finally like I took his checkbook, stole his car, and they were like, "We're done. Like, get out of our house. Don't call us. We're done." And it was like that desperation finally set in, to where like things were going on in my life, and I ended up calling my mom, and I'm like, I'm ready to go to treatment. Like I'm tired this time. Like I'm beat up. I'm done. I want to live. Like I'm tired of like committing suicide on a daily basis. And I don't know, like that was just a huge turning point for me. And I've also been at the end of it where, you know, like I'm enabling another addict, because buried underneath enabling is the principle of hope. Like hope, but for me, hope can be a beautiful thing. It can be a driving force in our lives that helps us get over, you know, bumps in the road, get us out of a dark place. But it's a double-edged sword. It can also be an obstacle to our life to, you know, help us, like, it instills in us, like, this hope that, like, our loved one's gonna get better if I just give them this money to get off sick. Or, you know, like, his drug dealer said he's gonna beat up his whole family if I don't give him this money. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, you're loving them to death. Like Carl said, you're putting them in the grave, you're loving them to death. And I was that addict, that recovering addict. I had 3 years clean, and I had this man living inside of my house for a year straight, getting high. But what it came down to is I had to learn my worth in this place on earth. I had to learn what my purpose was, and it wasn't to help somebody kill themselves. So, I don't know, just if you're out there struggling with one of your loved ones and you think that they're going to die if you don't give them $20, that's not on you. If they die, it's not your fault. Ways that you can love them is to support them, not financially, but emotionally. If they need to call and talk to you, go ahead, take a call, talk to them. But you got to set up those boundaries with your loved one to let them know, like, hey, I'm here. Like my brother, he got clean a year before me, and he would always reach out to me and be like, hey, sis, you ready? I'm like, no, not yet. And he'd be like, all right, well, you know where to go. And he had to keep his boundaries and his distance so that he stayed safe. Because if we don't have those boundaries, it's like we're both swimming in a pool of disease, like an infested swamp of addiction. And you just got to support your loved one. Let them call you whenever. Just keep reminding them, like, if you're ready to go to treatment, like, I'll help you, or let's get these resources. Because, you know, I've heard people say, like, you know, like getting help while you're in treatment, oh, your parents are enabling you. No, they're actually not at this point. If you're in treatment and, you know, like your family's helping you, like get cigarettes and this and that, that's one thing. But once you leave that treatment, or once you start showing signs of being ungrateful and that you're going to relapse, then it's okay for them to pull away. And, yeah, that's all I got.
Good stuff.
Danny, real quick.
Yeah.
If you could you share that clean date with us?
July 18th, 2015.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Danny.
So much for
Yeah, we
sharing.
love you, Danny. Thanks for sharing.
Love you,
Thanks,
Danny.
guys. I gotta go study.
Good stuff.
All right, good luck.
I didn't know she had that in her.
There we go.
That's
Derek.
awesome. You know what, guys? You know what I'm so grateful for is I stopped being a self-centered, victimized little brat, right? And
Absolutely.
you know, like one of the most powerful things that's hit my soul and my heart in my life is to hear a loved one, not just of my own, but even other family members of addicts say, I just want my son back.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my grandson back. I just want my daughter back, right? And you can hear the pain and the love come through them, man. And it kind of makes me like a little emotional, man. Like whenever I hear that, man, like, yo, I just want the one I love back, right? And you could feel it to your core, you know what I'm saying? And like I'll never forget, man, my dad saying to me, Derek, if there was any amount of money I could pay to pull this thing off of you, I would, right? And like that shit hit me so hard, man, like now, right? And I'm so grateful for the gift of recovery, man, that like I get to be a son today. I get to be a brother today. I get to be a friend today, right? I get to be a lot of things because I just surrendered, man. And I just allowed myself to to participate in recovery, man. And you know what? Like it's an amazing feeling to be able to be there and to stop being so selfish, man, and stop hurting people. Cause I think, yo, oh man, I'm just hurting myself. Like, no, the truth is, man, is that we run fucking wild on
Come on,
everybody
Derek.
around us' lives, man. And it's the most selfish thing in the world to kill ourselves and to kill our families as well, man. Because like the disease of addiction does not care if it tears away your families. It don't care if it rips your whole family apart. When it comes to you getting one more, that's all it wants, man. And thank God for the steps and for recovery and for the fellowship, man, that I got to learn how to live and I got to stop being so selfish, man. And I don't want to say I was an asshole, but I was an asshole, right? But the truth was, I just had the disease of addiction, man, that I needed to take some medicine, recovery, to get better and be able to show up for my family and show up for my people, man, and stop killing and destroying their lives.
You know, brother, so, the famous last words that I hear every time somebody calls me a family member, I can instinctively know when a family member is enabling their loved one. I don't want my family member to suffer, Drew. I don't want them to be out there in that street fighting to eat. I don't want them to struggle. I want better for my child. Let me tell you something. The most important thing that you could ever do to anybody sick and suffering is to not rob them of the consequence. You can't rob your child of the consequences. Is it unfortunate that your child or that your boyfriend or that your girlfriend is struggling? Yes, absolutely. But you know what? The only thing that you have the ability of doing is planting seeds to recovery. We can't co-sign people's bullshit. We can't. I ask them all the time, you don't want them to struggle. And so you pay their cell phone bill or you pay their rent or you give them money for whatever reason they say they need money for. That's okay with you. Okay. But knowing you're fueling the disease that's trying to put your child in the ground. Is that okay with you? Are you willing to gamble with your child's life? Are you willing to gamble with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your husband's life? And if you consciously know that what they are doing is wrong, and you are willing to listen to what they have to say because they're going to feed you a line of shit. I fed my family a lot of shit. You know what? And more often than not, they believe me. Me knowing that I was doing nothing but lying to them. And if you are willing to accept those lies into your life and not fire back with the cold, hard truth, you are enabling them. We can't be scared of confrontation. You cannot be scared of how they're going to react when you say, I know you're lying to me. You can't be scared of these things. You got to stand firm on your commitment and drawing a line in the sand. You got to draw a line in the sand. You can't cross it. And when they cross it, you got to hold them accountable. You cannot rob your family and your loved ones of the consequence, period.
Man, you know what?
Oh,
Go ahead, Carl.
here we go. Man, that was deep, man. I was just hearing. I said to go take a pee, man. And I'm gonna go from the dealer's perspective, side. I'm gonna go from that side. I was in active addiction, man, and my dealer, he saw something in me, right? And I was like, "What is this dude talking about?" He's like, "You're too young. You're using." Listen, here it gets deeper. We're still on quality time and memories, right? From our family that we can't make up. So the shame, the guilt sets in. It puts us in isolation. You know, that's the disease, right? So when the disease is active and we put something in us, it takes over all this shit and it turns us in to a monster, an ongoing monster, right? So I stay enthusiastic and enthusiasm and passionate because I want ongoing recovery, right? So I gotta stay enthusiasm and I gotta stay passionate because the disease will set you up. It will give you some things when you're clean, right? And then it'll grab it from you, man. It'll take you right back to where you was. And the disease will bless you with some things. It'll think you got this thing, right? So when when you love somebody, don't love them to death, man, because my grandmother was doing that to me. And I remember my grandfather, Drew and D, saying something to me. He told me, you're a piece of shit. And I don't like cussing on feeds. And that hit me on a deep level. So that hole that I was trying to fill, that void in my belly, in my stomach, as Richie Berg would say, trying to fill that hole in my belly, went to my head and it woke me up one morning. I looked in the mirror and I didn't like who I saw, man. Right. I didn't like who I saw. So I punched the fucking mirror out, Drew. I punched it out, dude. And busted all the mirrors. And that's where my disease took me, man, for my grandma. And I was, and it goes into when my grandfather told me that, and them dealers cut me off from enabling me. They saw something in me, man. And look where we're all at today. We all got a bond today. We all are family. We all are brothers. If you don't give me a hug, I'll give you a hug. If you don't bring the love, I'll bring the love. Because I was the guy coming into recovery, judging everything, wasn't trying to do some maternal work. Because I wasn't trying to get real with myself.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Because I was enabled and I was unappreciated, D. And I appreciate all yous. And I believe in all yous on this feed. You are a miracle. But the work has to be applied, application. I'm not going to get into much of my fellowship, but that enabled me, turned me into an ungrateful person, Drew and D. It really did, man. Absolutely. And I appreciate it. Go ahead.
You know what, man? Guys, like, it was a blessing, right? Over the holidays, I got to hang out with Carl around Christmas time, and I got to video chat with Drew around Christmas time, and you know what? We're sharing a lot of pain, and we're sharing a lot of hurt, and we're sharing a lot of perspective. One from the addict standpoint, one from the family standpoint, right? And like, guys, the hope shot is that when we get clean, we stay clean, we get to show up, and we get to be present, man. Like, getting to see Carl go be with his family and his girl and proposing to his girl around Christmas time in front of his family, man. Like, that's a miracle. That's recovery at work, man. Like, getting to see Drew's Christmas tree. You know what? I talked to him today, and we're video talking. I said, Dan, dude, when are you going to take your Christmas tree down, man? Like, I say, it's damn near February. And he goes, I made a deal with my daughter, man, that, like, we would keep it up until the end of January. Like, you know what? That's the things that we get to do today, man. Like, my little brothers, they're seniors in high school, right? And like they're having their dances and pictures, and I get to show up with them, man, and be the big brother, man. And I get to like show up for my dad over Christmas when he had a heart attack, and I got to go to the hospital, right? And not steal the morphine from him, because like the truth was, man, he got the shot of morphine, and I was jealous, man, because the disease of addiction want to remember the good times, right? But I didn't steal the morphine, and I got to be there for him and stay with them all night, man. Like, that's the hope in all of this, guys. Like, we don't want to just share where we were and the things we done, man. Like, we would be doing everybody a disservice if we didn't come on here, man, and share with you guys how beautiful our lives can get, man, when we do something different, right? And Absolutely. Like, the truth is, man, like, coming into recovery, because my heart is so big, right? Because I thought I was a monster for so long. But when I got into recovery, I learned that I got a heart of gold, man. That's the truth, right? And like, you know what? I love addicts, man. I just love them. I just love them, right? But I've had to learn not to love them to death, man. And like, one of the biggest things, man, in the literature that I rock with, it talks about we cannot rob another addict of their pain, guys. It's unfortunate for me, but pain is often a motivating factor to do something different. And had it not been for the pain that came when my people stopped enabling me, I might not be where I'm at today, man, right? Because that pain was the motivating factor to finally do something different. And today I get to sit here with you guys, with my beautiful brothers, with 5.5 years clean, right? Living a damn good life. And that don't mean every day is great, but it's a lot better than it used to be.
Absolutely, brother. I'm going to come on here. My hope shot, I got clean February 26, 2016, and honestly, I wouldn't want in my active addiction or in my early recovery, I wanted nothing to do with anybody. Okay. Because there's a fear factor involved in getting clean, right? We're all afraid of something. Okay. And it becomes very prevalent when each and every one of us come into recovery, just how scared we really were. We know how scary active addiction was. We're not going to go into that, but coming into recovery, when we are able to live life on life's terms, we live in reality. Now we have this uncanny ability in feeling everything. Okay. And it scares us all to death. I know the topic tonight is simply about enabling, but you know what? I have to also talk about gratitude a little bit here too. And gratitude is probably the biggest spiritual principle that I appreciate the most in my life. Gratitude, an attitude of gratitude, is what I wake up to and try to instill in my life each and every day, because it's a blessed, and by all rights, Carl and Derek and I shouldn't be here today. By all rights, okay.
Yeah, come on.
We gambled with our life on a daily basis. We played Russian roulette with our life for many, many years, and we've all experienced numerous overdoses and throughout our lives. By all rights, we shouldn't be here, but by God, my higher power, whom I choose to call my higher power, and His saving grace, all three of us are here today to be able to instill a message of hope, a message of inspiration to anybody who's out there today still sick and suffering. You see, we lead by example. You see that Carl and Derek and me, we're no better than nobody else. Okay, we ain't better than the person coming in the room day one. Okay, we might know a little bit more. We might have a little bit more strength because we've been able to make recovery work for our lives for years now. Okay, but it doesn't make us any better. We have to always remember we're all one poor choice from being the same sick bastard we once were. Okay, one poor choice. So remember, and I'm gracious, and I have an attitude of gratitude today because I thank God. I hit my knees every morning, thanking Him to giving me another day blessed to be clean and sober this day, another day to do it better than I did yesterday. I understand I'm not the smartest person in the world, and if an addict like Drew can figure this out, there's not an addict in the world who can justifiably give me a reason that they can't. Simple as that. We all can make this work from our life. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to swim around in vulnerability, or are you willing to keep yourself stuck exactly where you're at? The choice has always been yours. It's going to be up to you whether you want to push forward into that fear factor and being uncomfortable. Carl?
Yeah. All right, so man, it's a good feed, man. I see a lot of people is liking this all together, man. I appreciate y'all. You want to know the clothes I'm wearing? Grateful and Clean Clothing. It's my sponsor. I'm gonna get into some hope, but I'm gonna get into some self-inflicted pain, what I've done in my recovery, so y'all can identify with. So, being in this little town from Baltimore City, coming into recovery, really not knowing recovery at all, multiple relapses, what one of my brothers would say, a rerun, because it wasn't working on shit. So, as he told me this shit ain't sit right with my spirit. So I got to this, town, man. And I was so like, I didn't even know why they sent me here, right? They sent me here to be a vehicle, to have a message, because all of us who are here have a message. We are no different than all of you are. We are one poor choice, bad decision to putting something in us, right? Because the disease, but it wants us to isolate and tell us that we don't need amens. But the best thing that I've ever did is connected with these guys, right? Because I was a guy that was thinking every time, I don't need these people in the fellowship. So let's go into some hope. All right, I had 8 sponsors, and I connected with this one guy. I don't like to be talked to aggressive and all that. That's just not You know, type of style gets me like the prison institutionalized guy kicks in because he's still there. I'm still trying to work on how to struggle with that on a daily because I do struggle. I'm not perfect at all. I couldn't even smile, man, until I met Derek, man. And one time, I'm not gonna say what he did. It was funny. He had pissed me off, man, but he gave me a smile that I couldn't forget what he did, and that's why I love him. I'm not going to tell you what he did, but it was funny, and it had me smiling. I didn't come into recovery smiling, y'all. That's hope right there. I came into recovery miserable, didn't know how to make good decisions, so I had to get vulnerable, and I had to ask another man, and I'm going to share some of this with you. Being molested, right? So I could talk about that today. Being molested, I held a wall up in a resentment against gay people. But that ain't the person that I am today. I know it's talking about enabling. I'm trying to get on top, but I'm going to get into some hope. My clean date is 5/18/18 by the God's grace and mercy. We will be celebrating 2 years. We all will be setting an event up soon. And I'm trying to, I just honor to, just, you know, listen, man, if you're out there and you thinking that you can't change, I'm talking about in and out of facilities like Drew. I'm talking about at my bottom with a dumpster flat. I'm talking about, God, please help me. I'm talking about begging, man. And my grandma said, I'm just done with you. This ain't the grandson that I raised. You're better than that. We love you. And then I just heard the people in the room in the fellowship, we love you. Please come back.
Amen.
Man,
Amen.
in the hope today I'm engaged. I'm not a cheater. I'm not a liar. I'm not a manipulator. I just try to be a better person on the daily, and these brothers help me, man. When I want to hit D, when my wilderness kicks in, and I get outside myself, I call Drew and them. I build a support work. It's just not online. Just like I say, y'all can watch it. It's cool and all that. But like I suggest that you get out, you know, and get some recovery and find some people to connect it with. You connected with the dope, man. So why can't you connect with somebody that you don't know? Because I was the addict, right? Drew, listen, I know you're going to agree with it. I was the addict that called them all up at once, and with whoever pulled up, I copped.
Right.
That was me. Can y'all identify with that?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, why are you doing that? We're about to kill you. And the hope today I'm engaged. I got my joys, you know, I'm happy inside. I still have struggles. But me as a man, like, I'm honest today. I'm a loyal, you know, significant other in a relationship. Look, I'll give you some hope. I just got on my girl's lease today.
That's right.
Amen. I know, brother. I remember you telling that earlier. That's amazing, brother.
Well, listen, my grandmother wants me in her house. She's not hiding her purse. She's not hiding her pills. And I'm going to share some deep shit for you. When my grandmother was on her deathbed, her mother, I stole her pills, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to write this down on a pen and pad. Each and every one of you have a purpose. That's why I be on here. We're just giving some hope. And we talk about enabling. And Drew, I thank you so much for bringing me on. This brought me out my shell, man. Because I wasn't comfortable doing this, dude.
Love it.
And
Derek?
it's a lot of gratitude tonight, man. I'm overwhelmed. I'm filled up from y'all, just hearing y'all bounce back and forth. Because I learn stuff off of y'all every day. And I appreciate y'all for this, for having me in your life, man. As an honest man that I am today. And I can tell y'all, and y'all don't run with my shit. And that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, so go ahead.
You know what, man, guys? Listen, when I first got involved with Dream XL and Mikey Concepts, and I got to meet Drew and Carl, I had no idea the amazing friendships and the brotherhood that I was going to find with these two dudes, man. And you know what we're talking about, enabling. You know, one thing I found with Drew, you know, with Carl, with Richie Berg, with Mikey, is that, like, you know what, we will be honest with each other when we need to, right? And to have like a group of guys that you know what, that will call each other on our shit, man. Like when Drew's ego gets a little out of line, I'll tell him, hey, Drew, put that ego on the table and come back.
What?
There he goes, right? Look, when Carl, starts acting crazy, right? Like at his job, we'll be like, yo, Carl, you know what I'm saying? When I'm running amok and I'm acting crazy, these brothers will tell me, they'll say, yo, you need to chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we all hold each other accountable. And you know what? That's love, right? And we might get offended in the moment. We just saw Drew's reaction when I said that. He might get offended in the moment.
I'm not offended, I promise.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, we talk a lot of shit to each other. You know what? We clown around a lot, but at the end of the day, man, we love each other enough to tell each other the truth. And I'm so grateful, man, to have friends like that, guys, that are not just gonna sit by and watch me kill myself, even clean. Because the truth is,
Dang.
man, if the drugs don't kill us, the behaviors might, and if the behaviors don't kill us, the feelings that come from the behaviors might lead us back to the drugs that will ultimately kill us, right? And I just want to say that, man, that like, you know what? I'm real grateful, man, to be open minded. The first phone call to Drew, I had no idea that a relationship was going to be born. I said, yo, this dude does a lot of videos. He's got a lot of people. He probably ain't going to give me the time of day, but he did. And you know what? Like, yo, one of my closest friends in my life. When Carl hit me up, I said, Mike, who the hell is this guy with the gold teeth and he's acting crazy on these videos? And I had no idea that a beautiful relationship was going to be born. And like the truth is, man, is that like sometimes, man, I just got to get out of the way and allow God to do what God does. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't think you two fellas ever thought when we all first met that we'd be doing a live feed together. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
We have the relationship that we have, but we have that because we have learned to be able to be honest with each other in the good times, in the bad times, all of that stuff, man. And you know what? We accept each other for who we are. That's a huge part of, I think, all of our relationships, man, is we accept each other for who we are. We're one motley ass crew. That's for damn sure. You ever hang out with us, you better pray before it get a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. We'll all pray together. You know what I'm saying? But that's a huge part, like enabling and in recovery for me, man, is surrounding myself with people that are gonna be honest and keep it 100 with me all the time.
Absolutely. I love these two guys more than anything in the world, and the things that they say, some of the stuff that comes out of the side of Derek's neck is hilarious. And but he's right though when he said that when I first met Carl and when I first met Derek, I never in a million years imagined that I would be doing a live video with them. I have followed Carl since he started. I have followed Derek since he came on the scene. I've been doing this. I'm kind of the old school OG when it comes to doing live videos on social media. Been doing this for a very long time. But the one thing that God has shown me is that when he's strategically has thrown people in my life, he's kind of took the blinders off and I'm able to connect with the right people today. And it's simply, he's given me the right people. He's given me Derek, he's given me Carl, and he's given me Mikey, and he's given me Richie. God has given me the right people in my life for Drew. What I want to be, the hope shot I want to throw in you guys' heart today is that pay attention. Pay attention to the people that God's showing you, okay? And if you don't want to identify your higher power as God, pay attention to what your higher power is trying to show you, okay? God, or your higher power, however you want to say it, is going to show you the right people that you need in your life. I was talking to numerous people today on the phone, and I was talking to a really good close friend of mine down in West Virginia today, Lindsay. I think she's on here. She don't mind. She already said I was talking to her.
She is.
About the situation that she was going to, and it's people know when they're around real knows real. Okay, as addicts, we know when we're being fed a line of bullshit and when we're being fed the truth. Okay, because we used to be those people. Okay, we used to be the most manipulated people on the earth, and so when you're able to come on and do a live video about recovery, being transparent and honest, and working a solid program, a 12-step program. All three of us gentlemen on this video work the same program. And so it's those, but I appreciate most in my life today is my ability in establishing a connection with people that I just am in awe how amazing and what these relationships have done for my life. You know, they've built. I grow from Derek and Carl both. I grow from what they're saying in their videos or what they're posting, our FaceTime chats that we do on a daily basis. You know, I pay attention. I have to forever and always keep myself remaining teachable. I'm never going to figure this all out. I'm never. You know, through my 12-step program, my sponsor, these men on here tonight with me, I'm able to stay teachable. And you know what? We all learn something from each other. You know, Carl and Derek, they both look up to me, and I look up to both of them. You know, we all push each other. We all strive each other for greatness. We want to live in glory today. We don't want to swim around in devastation, despair, and insanity. We know that life all too well. We're on the flip side of that coin. We're over here on this side of the fence. And I don't care what anybody says. The grass is definitely greener on this side of the fence. It has been for me, and with God at the forefront of my life, with men like this in my life, and the 12-step program that I work diligently in my life each and every day, I'm able to live a life of value and a life of meaning.
Absolutely.
Carl.
So it's me. So I seen this woman over there, Lori. I was just looking at the comments, man, because I got
What's wrong with your volume, dude? Did you change something?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like you're in a tunnel.
You got to bounce out and come back in. It happens with his phone.
Bounce out, come back in, Bo.
It's all good. Just go back to your messenger. And
Forgive Carl. He's new. He's gonna figure this out.
Yes,
This has been a powerful video, bro. I thought this is going well. You know.
Absolutely, man. Listen, when the spirits move, man. And you know what? The energy from the comments, the energy coming from us. You know, Carl's prayer out the gate. You know what I'm saying? It just allowed the energy to really start flowing, man.
Am I good now?
Yeah. You're good, bro.
All right, so I was just saying, man, I gotta watch the comments. You know, when I first started doing this, there were some people that watched me and believed in me, and Drew was one of them. And then Derek came on the scene. God placed him in our lives for a reason, and I do believe. You know, this girl Laurie said, "I seen you grow. I've been watching you for 2 years." You know, some of the people seen me in active addiction. I turned my negative feeds, right? When I was in addiction, I would get on there and I would show guns and everything, dude. I was nuts, dude. I was crazy. And I don't say this shit to be on some war stories. I would tell people to pull up on the block. If you think I'm high, come check me out. But that ain't the guy. There's hope, right? That ain't the guy who I am today. That ain't the guy that you're watching. Really, I'm softer than baby food. You know what I mean? I'm liking the person that I'm becoming, but at the same time, sometimes I try to fight the person I'm becoming. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah.
Because you know, we was raised up, man. It's tough. Individuals don't show no sign of weakness to men, but guess what? It's okay. But I was seeing a girl to say, and some people say, you know, just we love all y'all guys together. Just God placed us in y'all lives for a reason for y'all to see this video today. And the hope is that, like any addict, man, out there using right now. You know, I ain't gonna quote her out the book and all that. You can lose desire, use and find a new way to live, man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people like what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I could get into that, man. Skinny addict. You don't want me to get into all that funny stuff with my man be saying, but I just appreciate this live feed tonight and believe, like, when you steal memories from your family, and then when you get clean, you get some clean time, and I base my disease off of like a pack of wolves coming down off this hill and trying to hit these brain cells that I'm trying to retrain in my thinking, get that negative thinking that I was in, that self-centeredness thinking, that disease thinking, that isolation, that desperation. You know, so I turn my desperation into passion.
Right.
So I continue to talk to these guys and continue to grow in this process with all that. I remember Drew seeing me come on, I think it was like 60 Days Clean starting these videos with Dino. You remember?
Yeah.
And I want to tell y'all something. You will help me more than you will ever know, man. And God placed us all, because that guy, hey, you don't want to hear about God. That God word offended me coming into the rooms. And I just know It's something working through all of our lives, whatever we choose to call it. And y'all are a miracle, each and every one of y'all on this feed. I believe in you. I'm going to love you until you can love yourself. Love
Amen,
back
brother.
to life with Drew Hicks. Inspirational flow.
Absolutely, man. You know what, guys? If you're on here, and I don't care how many days clean you got, if you're on here tonight, you guys kept us clean for this hour that we're going to be on here.
Absolutely.
And you could go to bed tonight knowing that you got purpose, man. For real. That's the truth, man, is that you guys all kept us clean for another hour, man. And I just pray that we can make it to lay our heads on the pillows to go to bed with another day clean. Carl, I love you to death, brother. Drew, man, I love you to death. You know, like this, my guys right here. And you know what, guys, congratulations on everybody that made it through another day clean. If you're not clean right now and you're watching, there's hope. We love you too, man. You ain't not a part of the club because you're using, man. That shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We just hope that you come on the side where things get a little bit better. And if you're scared, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It gets worse before it gets better, but I promise the journey showed me that it gets better. And I'm grateful for all the family members that may be on here that love their addict enough to participate in recovery and to get some healing for yourself. That's one thing about enabling, man, is I've seen a lot of families get tore up and then the addict will go get help, but the family member won't go get help. And the truth is, man, is that we all got to recover. So I just want to encourage anybody on here that is a family member of an addict, man, like go get you some recovery too. It makes things a lot healthier. It makes the process a lot better, man. So I just want to encourage that. And guys, it's been a great live feed. I just want to share this again for everybody that's still watching, man. Drew and I will be going live tomorrow night. Don't know what the topic is going to be yet, but we will be doing a giveaway.
On topic is having smart ass friends.
You know what?
Yo!
We'll have to readjust. I don't know about the topic yet. Like
You get me going, dear.
hey, you know what? Guys, I'll be giving away the vibe with me. Drew's got his Zero to Hero shirt on. But please make sure you go to either my page, Drew's page, and I'll just say it again, man. Share the post, like my page and Drew's page. Go to the community section, invite your friends to the page, and hit done in the comments, guys. And we're gonna take all the names of everybody that did those things and hit done in the comments, and we're gonna put them all together. And we're gonna draw two winners, and we're gonna mail you guys a Zero to Hero shirt and a Vibe With Me shirt. And again, man, extremely grateful for Dream XL, our brother Mikey Concepts for doing all that he does. And I just want to thank you guys, man. And hopefully you all smash that heart button and share the love tonight, man, because there's an addict.
Good stuff.
Good stuff tonight. Before we go, I want to say a couple things before we get out here. First of all, I'm most grateful for you two guys for coming on here and doing this with me tonight. It's been a video, like I said earlier, it's been a long time in the making. It was all about God's timing. Tonight was the right time. And you know what? My spirit has been filled to the brim and overflowing because of this video. The comments in the feed, the gentleman that I was doing the live video with, it was the prayer in the beginning. It was the complete package of spirituality. This is simply, and I can speak for Carl and for Derek when I simply say, guys, it's not easy. This life ain't easy, and you're going to deal with a lot of aggravation, a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, a lot of hate, a lot of feelings and emotions that you just don't want to deal with. I get it. We understand. We've all been through it. It's the process, and you're going to have to learn to trust it. We have a lot of trust issues. I get it, but you're going to have to learn how to put those aside and focus on what's most important in your life and building yourself on a solid foundation of love, encouragement, and support and inspiration. I get inspiration from each and every one of you in this feed. I get inspiration from these guys right here. I'm inspired on a daily. I'm inspired by my children. Find what works for you. Every one of our paths to recovery are going to be different. Not one is the same. you know, and nobody's better than anybody else. We are all in this fight together. We fight standing side by side. Nobody in front of the next. We're all in this to win this, you know. And you know what? You're gonna have to ask yourself a lot of things. That hat, bro. You're gonna have to ask yourself some things. Are you willing to put forth the effort? Are you willing to put forth the work that it's going to take? Because none of us can ever get to anywhere in recovery. Or, you know, it's not about that destination. We talk about the destination. It's always and will forever be about the journey and what you obtain and learn, and the knowledge, know-how on your journey. You know, my journey, I've picked up these two amazing men, you know, and we rocking out together, you know, and there's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be friends with these two men until I take my last breath. There's people in your life you meet. You just know you're going to be part of their life for the rest of their life. Amen to that. Thank God for these two men. I love you guys both. I appreciate you, Carl, for coming on here, spending the evening with Derek and I. Derek, you know I love you, brother. And so, yes, tomorrow, Derek and I will announce the winners of this hoodie. It's going to be on a T-shirt, though, guys.
That hoodie?
Yeah, the Zero to Hero that just came out, and the Vibe with Me. So make sure you go on my page and the Love Back to Life page and look at the post that we made. Follow the instructions completely. Be honest, okay? Because honesty is the best policy. We're honest people today. Follow all the instructions, and then don't forget to say done. You have it. You won't be put in the drawing if we don't see the word done. So you have to go on there and say done. And then you know what? Tomorrow night, Derek and I will announce the winners. And you know what? We love you guys so much. Thank you for spending your evening with us. We appreciate you guys. Go ahead, brother.
I don't want to burn the time up, but I told y'all 60 days or less. We got some leggings for women. My page is Inspirational Freestyle Recovery Flow. I chose that page. I started that page when I had 60 days clean. And I just kept continuing to press the mess out, stay consistent, because I was consistent with the drug use. And I just found a new way, man, a life. And I just found a vision, man. And so y'all get that two women, less than 60 days. I seen one of them, so I'm gonna have to go back. And you know what I mean? I got blue, purple, white. You know,
there's a gang of comments in this.
Get the white.
There's 1.6 thousand comments is what I see on my end.
But I want to tell y'all something. It was an honor and pleasure seeing all of you, just being on here with y'all and pushing this message out of hope, man, and seeing people respond and react to it. And they must like us all three on here, dude. And that's, God put us all together for a reason, dude. We're just a vehicle and we're a vessel of hope. And
Amen.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. Dump the junk, put the drugs in the trunk, or be in prison up on the top bunk with a bunkie. Huh?
With a bunkie. I'm good. I spent my whole life there. I'm good on that. Yeah. I love you, Carl. Love you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Love all of you guys so much, man. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And guys, please feel free for everybody to watch the video. Go over, hit that like button on the Inspirational Freestyle Recovery Flow. Actually, Carl, you think we could get it one time?
There we go.
Do it.
Inspirational Freestyle Recovery Flow. There you go, y'all.
Love you so much, guys. And you know what, man, my spirit's full, guys. I love all of you. Just seeing you guys all tomorrow. Please don't forget to just follow the directions. We really want everybody to be able to get a chance to rock some Dream XL gear. Feel free to jump over, check out the Dream XL page, the Dream XL site. And we all love and support each other, man. So y'all have a blessed night. Love all you guys. Drew, I love you. And yeah.
Thank you. I love all y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Hey, thanks, Derek. Thanks, Carl.
Good stuff.
Love you, brother.
Love you.
Hey, guys. I love you all so much. I know you guys enjoyed this video every bit as much as I enjoyed giving it to you. Derek enjoyed giving it. Carl enjoyed giving it to you. We absolutely love you all so much, and the only thing that any one of us want to do for you guys is to simply show you that there is a way, and there's a better way. And along this discovery of figuring out this better way or this meaningful way, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to figure out a lot of things about yourself that you didn't even realize that was there. You know, if you're an addict like me, you know, coming into recovery day one, there was never in a million years could I ever imagine myself building myself into the man that you all get to see today. You know, I am grateful for so many things. I can't even put it on paper how many things that I'm grateful for. So many things. I could be writing things on paper all night long, you know. I'm in awe. I'm simply in awe on what my life has happened, what recovery has done for my life, you know, and I know what it will do for each and every one of your lives. You guys are amazing. We love you very much. We appreciate you guys very much. Do us all a favor and share this one out. Not sure exactly when all three going to be on there together again, but you know what? Tonight's the night. This was an amazing video. Spirituality ran rampant. The God was in this video. This is a God thing. You know, do me a favor and let's get this out there. And if you're out there tonight, still sick and suffering, you're still struggling, still broken, still beat down, still whooped, having no idea where to go, who to turn to, who to talk to, who to reach out to, you can reach me right here on this page. As you can see, my phone number is scrolling across this feed right now. You know, you could call me, you could text me, you can message me. Any way that you want to do, I promise you, I will meet you there. I'm going to love on you, and I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to show you that this life is obtainable. You can have it. It's yours. But you're going to have to do some things. You're going to have to get yourself uncomfortable. You're going to have to get yourself vulnerable. But I promise you, as long as you do these things, the life that you've always imagined that you could have will be very realistic someday. I love you all so very much. I appreciate you guys being on here tonight. You know, two amazing men tonight on here with me. I love them both dearly. I appreciate and respect what it is that they're doing in their lives and how recovery has transformed them into the men that they are. God is good. God is great. I love you all so much. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. There's a lot of you on here tonight. I'm not going to give any shout outs, but you guys know I love you all. I love you all so much. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please do me a favor and let's get this out there. What a video. What a video. I'm spent. I'm tired now. And I'm gonna sleep well tonight because of this video. I'm here for each and every one of you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with Derek and I announce the winners to the t-shirt giveaway. Make sure you guys participate, and don't forget to type the word done, or you're not going to be registered or put your name in the drawing. You know, I'm looking forward to giving somebody this. Okay, and so register, follow the rules, be honest, type done, and you'll be in the running of the t-shirt giveaway tomorrow night, which Derek and I will announce. I love you all so very much. I will see you all tomorrow night. With all that being said, whew, I love you. You already know, clean and sober. That's what's up.